treatment protocol, is it what you designed by yourself here, or it aligned with what is generally done in management of erythema multiforme? Then secondly, the ASIFA, was it that you found out having done your blood investigations that the patient was anemic? Why did you think hematology?
First, I will start with the second question. Sorry. So, prior to the investigation, the results of the investigation was out. We prescribed ASIFA because of the bleeding in the clinical history and on examination. So it was bleeding, and also because of immunosuppression, which is noted to be a cause of erythema multiforme.
So what I'm asking is this: the patient could have come bleeding, and then you do the full blood count, PCV is adequate. So did you assume, or you based your treatment on your investigation?
We placed him on ASIFA before the result came out. We assumed, sir. Then on the first question, is a protocol in the management of erythema multiforme. My drugs was in line with the literature.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Bassi. Thank you very much for the presentation. Please, can we have Dr. Ebele? Dr. Ebele, yes, can you come over, please? You still have your slides. Any question for Dr. Ebele?
Case one, because patient presented with worrisome pictures, extensive gingival enlargement. We wanted to rule out systemic implication. The reactive lesion, pyogenic granuloma, mimic reactive lesion, and malignant lesion. So we wanted to rule out HIV region that can have the same presentation with pyogenic granuloma. It was just for us to have to investigate the systemic status of this patient. It was just for that first case because of what we saw, the features we saw.
Any more questions? I know I'm a judge in this matter, but I want to encourage you. When you are giving a presentation, you have to see what you're doing now. You will not read slides like you are a student. The student that read slides, they don't look at it. Even interacting with your audience is very important. As you are looking at your slides, you look at your audience. Are you getting me? Thank you for the presentation. If there's no question for us, can we give a round of presenters?
Distinguished guests, we want to collate our results now. While we do that, one of our senior colleagues, Dr. Tamere, will give a presentation for 10 minutes on billing and coding in dentistry. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Dr. Ruki, you put me on my spot. 10 minutes never reached me taking it on my class. The chairman of this occasion wants to very respectfully acknowledge the presence of the CFD of UPTH, among Professor Lydia Zergan. The guest speaker today, my Oga, Dr. Budaga, my teacher, Professor Manfredi, or the Dean of Faculty of Dentistry, School of Dentistry, and all senior colleagues here, and all my colleagues. I'm very highly delighted to be here this morning to give this presentation. This presentation actually has to do with what we do as dentists, what we bring home at the end of everything. At the end of everything. And also, I want to quickly use this opportunity to appreciate all my teachers who invested in me, Professor Mafini, thank you, sir. And also to officially present to you, all my teachers, my wings as a pilot. So, one of the things that I was able to do with dentistry. And also I'm grateful to the International College of Dentists for the fellowship that was conferred me 2 days ago. So today we're going to be talking. I have a very short time to do this. But the message is quite clear. It's optimizing billing and coding strategies to maximize revenue. This Okay, so what are the rules of goals of dentistry all over the world? And you can see the way I numbered it. Number 2 is to prevent oral diseases and then also maintain and restore oral function, improve the oral health and appearance of the patient's mind. And number 1, appearing in number 4 position, I said good welfare outcomes for dentists. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't even put ourselves in this spectrum. We just think it's all about universal best practice. Then what happens to us at the end of the day? At 6 years of school, 6 years of years, 6 years of years, any other years, what I've seen over the years, statistics, a lot of people are not satisfied. A lot of people are not satisfied. Why the doctors keep moving out, doctors keep moving out, incident strikes, and so many questions that a lot of people are not satisfied. A lot of people are not satisfied and tend to toll out. So job satisfaction, not debts. And a lot of people not debt. And a lot of people, if I become a dentist, build the kind of life, for example, learning how to start almost 40,000. So it's always been my dream. So then how am I able to do that? How am I able to do that if my mother married tree is not supposed to be doing that? So that is why this is important. So the students that are coming to looking at coding and billing. Coding is a standard way. Working on what we charge, how do I get services the services and these are actually management. And I'm glad that the CMDs all of us practitioners, all of us outside the government and outside the graphic representation of what we see in this bar chart. We see in this bar chart. For example, I was working in hospital management. One time, my salary crossed $2,000. My salary crossed $2,000. Salary first time when I said, for the first time when I celebrated a dog, I always had a dog. But I noticed my salary was beginning to be kind of the viral, but the real value of my salary was dropping, which is the blue. And as by the time I did voluntary retirement, my salary has almost doubled. My salary was now 1,700. And I'm interested to know now, for my late that just around $1,000. So what happens? What happens? 12 years drops from salary drops from $2,000. So and the question is, who was watching for us? What was watching for us? What would have allowed this kind of stuff to happen? How did this happen to us? How did this average doctor is a very smart person, above average. Then what was watching for us? Under which leadership did we get to this place? How did we get to this place? Has the decline stopped? So what are we doing? Our prices have remained the same. We charge just a little bit. Materials price keep going up in dollars. So there's a leadership issue. From the commission. Of course, this is if you see the other one is good. If you see the other one is good, purchasing power, functioning salary. Functioning drop what you are charged. For example, what you are charged, I did my research. I did 90% is some charging like $8,000 simple extraction. And that is just $6. And that is just $6. So where in the world would you find so when we look at the way system is built, because we need to understand this and how they got charged is one of the cheapest. We have this concentric cycle, at the center of the closer you have the government, the more money. But when we understand coding, that will work for every system that will work for every system that will work for everyone to be. So at the center you have the CMI. Everything that has to do with So my recommendation is this. My recommendation is this. Let's also have independently. This is how one understand. This is how one. If you were to come to the government, if you were to come to the government with the bench, with the bench, government has set up the government has set up the government for 10 dollars. Let them know that government, let them know that government is subsidizing the night. So when we call and make a decision and make a decision, tell me I'm not generating. Tell me I'm not generating income. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. People want to sit up there. Let government give it and let government give it and the price. That's what happened in oil sector. Oil sector. Give it fuel. Give it fuel. That's how the subsidy is. So we must understand this. So we must understand this. Then for the government to charge, and then decide to charge $100. This is because this is our daily profit. And also we speak the language. Insurance, you get $5. You get $5 to pay your insurance. And let us understand insurance is only one insurance. Medical care is not cheap. In June I was in London. And I spoke to my friend. The doctor that is treating me, knows what it costs. Why we getting it from cheap? This is the cost. So if we choose this, and they say that we do this, and they do that, sometimes attacking this, and the ones attacking it are expensive. Very expensive. And beyond that, we also want to say that, and the educationally, we need leadership, and see leadership, you always see it, and you always move yourself, profession. Thank you very much.
Before we go classical, in Nigeria, having price for and it's crapping price for and